Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Day by Day. This is not Day by Day. Why did I say that? It came out weird. This is the free-to-play Day by Day thing, but it's not the day. It's not the daily account. Today is January 12th. It's like the 21st, probably. But anyway, what is popping today? Today is not a whole lot. We get some Calcatarn in the from the free chest thing from the web store, and center orders of business. Hopefully, we don't get shut out of Xanadu blood 2 days in a row, because if that happens, gonna have a problem. I'm irritated about having to come in here and farm Xanadu blood, but it's like we've got to make some progress. We've got to. I'm not gonna let the Xanadu blood hold me back from finishing what needs to be finished. And I'm afraid if we don't take the proactive bull, the proverbial bull by the horns, that it's going to come back and bite us in the backside. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this way, that's the answer. I don't want it to come back and bite me in the proverbial derriere. So we're trying to be a little proactive. We're not trying to sit idly by and just let whatever number generator that CG might be employing to make it so that I never get to SLKR. We're not gonna let that happen, because we have bigger plans for the fleet beyond SLKR, and the Xanadu blood is a key piece of that. If you're not paying attention, then I can't help you. But yeah, we're not standing pat with Xanadu blood. We're going in directions and doing stuff and moving the proverbial ball down the proverbial field, as it would be. And yeah. No, we're pushing ever onward. By the way, in case you're wondering, we are getting. Oh my gosh, guys, we are a mere 29. I know that's like, oh, you're there. We would be there if I was doing refreshes every day, but we're still not. Why? Because Xanadu blood is not done yet, but once it is, you can be reliably assured that we're gonna get there, because I am using the word reliably sure, and I'm reliably assuring you that once we get this Xanadu blood done, which honestly should have been done last time, but you know how things work. You've been playing this game long enough. If you don't, let me tell you, things can be a bit dodgy. A little bit dodgy. Let's put it that way. A bit dodgy. Dodgy's a good word. I feel like it's a really good word. I need, 45 at least? Like 60 to get this slave one done. But this will be the first ship that we have done when we get it done. When we get it done, that is. We could theoretically look at getting the ETA2, Anakin's ETA2 here done. But we do need to look, we need to look at getting these ships ready to go, bringing them up. This one's at 60. This one, we need to start getting these guys in game shape. It's still going to be a while before we're ready to go. Before we're ready to to lay the hammer down and really get headed somewhere. But I cannot tell you how excited I am to. And I'm going to see, you know, as soon as we get these guys ready to go for SLKR, whenever we get everybody relicked up to where they need to be, I'm gonna push in and see, okay, do we actually need, what do we actually need to be at to be able to get this SLKR thing going? Because if we're able to do it a little bit, you know, a little under geared, that's, you know, that's going to be how we're going to lean, of course. But I mean, if we need to push in a little bit more, I think that'll be I think that'll be okay. It's, you know, but just keep in mind, we're rolling finalizer into executor. And so if you see me pushing a little harder into these characters, that would be why, because we're gonna, you know, because the stage is set, right? The stage is set. We have, you know, we're still working on our SLKR farm, gearing these guys, and we have, you know, we're obviously, you know, we got our pilots up here, which I may or may not be able to push into. Did I get that? Need to check something real quick. I think I did. Did I not? I got it. I just haven't equipped it. Well, might as well do that right now. Since we got territory war, since I just signed up for territory war, I'm like, yeah, I kind of need to put that on there. And I don't love the idea of leaving these geos, because these geos are something I want to work a little bit more on, especially since he's horribly relicked. But I mean, other than that, we're still working on our one light side team. Keep in mind that's all we're rolling with for a while, at least, is the one light side team. So the Phoenix with Hera and Kanan and Rex and Sabine and Chopper are going to be our core light side team. And then all these other folks, like Anakin, I just had him up here to get him, you know, I probably won't put his Zeta on, but what I was looking at is pushing him into Relic 1 just so he's there. But you know, we could theoretically backburner him because he's okay where he is. I mean, I do need to take the mods do obviously need to come up to Gear 6 for reasons. And then obviously the Phoenix will need mods. And then of course we need Grief and Mando here for our Bounty Hunter team. We also need them to get BAM because we are going to be rolling into Executor, and so we need BAM. So that's why they're here, if you're wondering. TIE Pilot is Executor. Snowtrooper, if you've not been paying attention, I'm going to be going back for the because that's, you know, I'm all about Conco's teams. So we need a trooper team, so that's why he's here. And for that, because troopers, IG-88, because he's part of the executor fleet. Vader's obviously part of the executor fleet. Cad Bane we talked about. Finally, executor fleet. Dart Trooper. Then we get Clone Sergeant here, who I may or may not end up using for my light side fleet, just to be able to push on and get, you know, be able to do a little bit in fleet. I mean, I know Clone Sergeant and the clone fighter is not great, but means to an end. Then we got Ezra and Moff Gideon, and then we got Admiral Akbar, obviously fleet commanders, who will actually Obviously, need to bring him to Gear 12 at some point for the home one. Zeb is here for Phoenix, obviously, Rex, Pilot, and, you know, the Captain Rex Arc Fighter is better than the Clone Sergeant Fighter. Then we got Consular, who I might do. Then we got Biggs, who we probably need because he's a tank. We got 5s for the Emboran. Then there's Jordic, who's just here because we need him to be able to get to the Xanadu Blood. Then we have our boy Busks. So if that's what you're, if you're like looking at my screen, you're like, what's with the characters? What's with the characters? So you can rest assured that got stuff figured out, got it plans, and we're heading that way as fast as we can. But as fast as you can, it's super slow when you're like, oh, I just need this one piece, and then you end up getting what we got for the last thing with the last time we pulled ships. That was not. It's not what you want to see. When you're like, I just need some luck. I just need things to turn out. We need to hit 40s and do blood shards, and we can call it good. And then you don't hit anywhere near 40. And you're like, oh, that's nice. Thanks for that was super nice. I really appreciate not hitting anything that I wanted, anything that I needed. Because, of course, that's the way it had to be. So, you know. All right. So I mentioned we're working on all of these ancillary fighters. Because, you know, even these fighters we will need at some point. I'm working on them, and they're you can see we got Biggs already done, so we need to pick up Wedge. And the only reason I'm doing these is for the fighters in general. Just because I want to be able to have the fleets set up. So if you're wondering, we're not going to farm T-Bone, not that we need to. I'm not going to farm Disha or whoever yet. I'm going to not farming Rebel Scarif Pathfinder or Finn. Yes, and Juhani because it's Revan. She gets us to a Revan eventually. We'll get the get enough Poplar already without having to farm this. Night Sisters will have to come back for it at some point, along with Tusken Raiders. Everybody else is done. Looks like in here the tie is done. A little bit closer with Wedge, a little bit closer with Consular. Clone Sergeant, I'm always like, no. Ooh, we're one short of Hermit Yoda, boys. We're going for Hermit Yoda early. Well, maybe not early, but for me it's early, if you're wondering. Then we got this, which we got nothing for, so that's fine. All right, that gets us done, and that means, why does this always do this on this account? It's just this one. Be right back. All right, got it back. Of course, we got to do the fleet thing, so we'll probably get going and get annihilated. Let me go ahead and do some of these. Not that we have too many. I can't believe I have like 5,700 of these we're sitting on. So let's take out 10. That's 2. That way I don't have so many to sit on. So I'm not sitting on quite so many because it's like, you know, eventually if you're not staying on top of these, you'll end up at like 600,000, which not that you remember, but when we get the PC clan installed on some of the other accounts that we had like massive build on, I had to work my way down from like 700,000, and it took a little while, so that's fine. I'm going to go after this guy because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to use someone. If he does, it'll be a pleasant surprise. But I mean, the Ravens Claw suggests that he might, but I doubt it. Nope. Nope. Not that I'm really surprised by that, but which one's Sunfac? He is. So he hits the taunt. See, this is what I'm talking about. They should have started with Wedge, not brought it in wedges. They should have started with Biggs and not brought Biggs in as a reinforcement, but I get it. They want to try some triple attacker shenanigans, so they might have us. Or through their second, they're through their tank again. Let's get rid of Terminator. Let's do this. So he can't attack us. And he buys. Okay, one more. Taunt back on Sunfac. Go ahead and bring in Vader. I don't care. Bring in my own Vader. Suck ET. Suck ETA too, boys. Yeah. There's a way to use Home 1, and it can be really, really powerful. It's the way I use it, but if you don't know how to use it, which is what we're going for, we're going to be going for that Home 1. Just in case you're wondering where we're going to be, that's one thing I am going to do. I'm going to get the gerbil variant of the Home 1, if you don't know what that is. It's an old gerbil video. It's still tremendous. Highly recommend. Let's do a GC. Maybe we can actually win. Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, we're not going to win. Just... Yeah, 4.2. Sure. What am I seeing? All right, keep in mind, I'm afraid to play. This guy obviously bought Tuscans. He bought SLKR, bought Shadows of the Empire. Bought the Revens on this account. Bought Jawas on this account. I mean, okay. No, he didn't buy. I was like, he didn't buy Revan. He didn't. Correction, he did not buy Revan. My bad. Did not buy Revan. Confirmed. Right there. But okay. Whatever. If he beats me, he beats me. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He probably will. But oh, look, he's got. Okay, we're not going there. Iden. Okay, we are going to trade this. Iden, I'm like, no. We're just going to lose, and we'll move on with our lives. Maybe he doesn't attack, but he probably will. Hey, wipe the floor with Rex awful fast. Yeah, there's sometimes when you just look at omegas and you're like, yeah, you're you like GC. But that's fine. To each their own. That's not me. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. As always, like and subscribe, tell your friends, and make sure you hold the line. I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.